Hey guys, it's Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Well, we have lost another great one this week. This is David Bowie just passed away. So I'm thinking about doing a lot of his songs this week. His music's still here and we're going to keep it alive and we're going to learn a lot of it this week. All right, so I'm going to start with changes. Now, this has a lot of changes in it. It's got a lot of great chord work in it, some very unusual chords. And it's just a great workout. All right, so we're going to take it down the entire thing. So we're in standard tuning here. Now, I just played that chorus. Let me play the intro for you real quick, because that's what we're going to take a look at first. Here we go. I went up there and started the verse there, but so let's take a look. Obviously, this is a lot of piano stuff that we're trying to do on guitar here. We're going to start with a C major 7th chord. So that's going to be 3rd fret on the A string, 5th on the D, 4th on the G, and 5th on the B string. All right, from there we're going to go to a D flat, basically a D flat major 6. So that's 4th fret there on the A. Then bar your 3rd finger across the 6th fret across the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings. So we have this. All right, now from there, we're going to go up to a D minor 7. You're going to see this chord shape a lot, so get used to it. It's a bar at the 5th fret here, across 5 strings, 7th fret on the D, and 6th fret on the B. Then go up 1 more fret, keep that bar there, and keep the 3rd finger there. You moved it with it, so that 3rd finger is now on the 8th fret. But now add your little finger here at the 8th fret on the B string. So there's that note there, the 6th fret on the G string there in the middle, being held by the bar. So all together we have all right, and now we get to the fun part. We're going to start with this F bar chord, so just a full bar at F across the 1st fret, 2nd fret on the G, 3rd fret on the D and the A. So we have this. Now what I'm doing there is just all downstrokes, and I'm just killing the sound just by releasing the pressure on the strings. I stay on the strings, so I just mute them and just kill the pressure. Then you take it to a D major chord. And we have that little melody line there. So that's based around the D, but while you're doing that, you really want to accent. So it's a open D twice. Then your little finger is going to play the 4th fret on the G string. Then the 2nd fret on the G. Then 4th fret on the G. And then back to the 2nd on the G. So you can do that as much with the D as you can. But it's more important maybe start it with D and get that little line in there. Back to the F and back to the D. And back to the F. All right, so that's the whole intro. So let's take a look now at the verse. Let me play through it real quick for you. That C right there was the 1st chord in the chorus. So as you can see, there's some really cool chord work going on here. Now let's start here. We're going to start with the C major chord. Now you can play these chords down here, but I'm trying to recreate the voicings, how the range that is played on the piano there. So let's start up here at the 8th fret there. That same bar chord we played at the F, we're going to play now at the 8th fret. Now we're going to go to an E minor 7. So that's the same as that D minor 7. Told you about, we're going to be playing this chord voicing a lot. It's the same as that, but just 2 frets higher. You get that top string in there. Then just a basic F major chord. So that's a bar with your 3rd finger across the 10th fret on the B, G, and D strings with the 8th fret here on the A. Then move that up 2 frets and back down to the F. So all together so far. Alright, then basically you start over here. Now, so the second time through, you stayed on that G, you didn't go back down to F. Then we continue with a whole different set of chords here, and they move by a little bit quicker. Well, we start with that C major 7 chord that we did earlier, just a couple beats, and then up to the D minor 7 we did earlier. Then take that up 2 frets, the E minor 7, down 1 fret to E flat minor 7, down 1 more fret to D minor 7. So you're just taking that shape and just move it around. So we have this. And then take this same shape and we're going to play a dominant 7 chord with it. So if you move everything up 1 string, I mean every single finger, the whole bar goes across the 6 strings now. So this, the fingering on the D string went to the A, and then the one on the G went to the D. We have this dominant shape, and you're going to move it down here to the 3rd fret. So we have then start over with those chords. And now we're going to lead, we got a couple chords that lead into the chorus, which is, that's just a G major bar chord. So just like that F bar and that C we did, it's right here to the 3rd fret now. And I'm back to doing that down, 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 down rhythm on it. And then down to the F. And that leads us into the chorus there. So some really cool chord work there. It's really jazzy, you can see in the verse. And we got some more sections like that coming up too. All right, so now the chorus I played at the beginning of the video. So let's just go through those chords. It's probably the easiest part of the song to play. We're going to start with just a C major chord. And basically we're going to move in a bass line underneath it. So we're going to start with the C. And basically what we're going to do now is have this move down 1 fret. And now, but we got other fingers that need to be held down. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace that note with your 3rd finger. And then lay your middle finger down on that B on the A string. So this. Now lift up that finger. Now I'd like to replace that 2nd finger now, because you need that for the next bass note, which is going to be over here on this G. Now when you play this G, you may want to add that 3rd fret back on the C there, the 3rd fret on the A string, or just mute the string, but you can't let it ring in there. So we have this all together. Then take it to that F. Now we're going to move the note down on the F 1 fret. Now you can do that like that, or just move your bar over to just these top 2 strings. So it's basically you can lift the tip, just take the tip off the string there, and then we have this D7 chord. So that's going to be open D string, 2nd on the G, 1st on the B, 2nd on the high E. And then we go back to those same 2 chords that led us into the verse before to start over. So all together. And you start over. So the second time through those chords, you're going to stop on that D7 and then go straight to that transition. Now this transition's got some odd chords in it, the second group of 4. And that transition sounds like this. Basically the end of the chorus here, and we have this. So you can see that second group of 4 started out with some really dissonant chords. So we're going to start this with A minor to that G major, then move it up to a B flat major by moving up to the 6th fret, and then down to F. So I have this. Now the second group of chords starts with an E augmented chord. So yeah, that sounds kind of out there. So that's the 7th fret there on the A, 6th on the D, and then you're gonna bar across the G and the B string at the 5th fret, and then add your pinky there at the 8th fret on the high E string. From there, we're gonna go to a D minor 6. So that's just A right here on the, the 5th fret there on the A string, 7th fret there on the G, 6th on the B, 7 on the high E. So those two chords together. But he resolves it here by going to a straight D minor. So that's just a bar at the 5th fret, 6th fret on the B string, 7th on the G and the D, and then down to a C major, which is just like these we did up here. I'm just playing with all individual fingers, so I get that top note in there really easy. So we just have that. Alright, so we have a couple more sections to learn, so that's the end of the chorus there. Now later on in the song, you'll see that part actually repeat twice as well, so just keep an eye out for that. But after the second chorus, we run into the bridge section. So it's coming right out of those. It leads right out of that by going to the D minor 7. Now, what I probably want to do is, this is a more laid back section, so we're just going to see if we can do some open chord stuff. So when we're leading up out of that, we're going to lead into it like that, with a D minor, then an E minor, and then just that F chord, just an easy strum. This is the bridge section. And that takes us back to the chorus. So let's go through that. We're just basically going to start with that D minor, and then an E minor, just basic open chords, and that F. Just laid back rhythm, down, up, to the C chord. And then we're going to quickly switch to an F major chord with C in the bass. So you basically play C, keep your 3rd finger there, place the little finger there at the 3rd fret on the D string, 2nd fret on the G, and then bar the 1st fret across the B and the high E. Then go back to C. So it's a real quick little change. Then we're back to the F. Then move it up to a G to end it. And then that takes us into the chorus. And you know what that's all about. So at the end of the song, we run into that part where we do this section. Actually happens twice. He goes through that twice, and then after the second time, we have that outro section, which is really kind of jazzy as well. Now that sounds like this. Some really cool chords there. So I came out of that little section into the chorus with that C chord. So from there we go up to the D minor 7, really lay back a little bit. D minor 7 to the E minor 7. Back 1 fret to the E flat dominant 7 that we did earlier. We did that in the intro. Then back to the D minor 7. Then we have a D flat major 7, which is just like that C major 7, just up 1 fret. And then you can take that just down 1 fret. Or a good thing to end the song with would just take it to the open string version of it. And that's just the C major chord, but just pick up the first finger. All right, so there's some great chord exercises in there, and some unique chord sounds too, but when you put it all together, it really works, and it's just a great song. All right, I'll see you guys again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.